Hey, what's up, Facebook friends? Anybody who's watching this post on my 90-day wealth and health challenge. Look, today is a big snapback to reality, okay? Time is a major excuse that people come up with for why they're not wealthy or why they're not healthy, okay? We all have the same 24 hours in a day, so you just got to pick and choose your battles. However, I did get a snapback to reality because I had to go back to work today and realize that, yeah, my first 4 days were pretty caked. That's because I was on vacation. I had the time to sleep. I had the time to blog at convenience. I had the time to read at convenience. But today, it's got to get my schedule together. And the question is, okay, is going back to work an excuse, or is it okay? Is it justified as to why? Well, let's look at it. Okay, so my first 4 days, like I said, were a breeze. Had all the time in the world. My reason why I'm doing this right here, baby Xavier. Want to be able to spend more time with him. Got to do it on vacation. Don't get to do it now that I'm back at work. I mean, I own my own business, so I can make my own hours, but nonetheless, it still takes a lot of dedication. So I had to go back to my traditional business, which is running and operating a very successful electrical contracting company. And I got up pretty early in the morning, about 6 o'clock, got into the office by 7. And what happened was, and again, this goes back to goal setting it as a whole and trying to get your head back into out of vacation mode and back into business mode for this business. I'm already in business mode for my other one, for the wealth challenge, but got to get back into business mode for my company. And what happened when I got back to the office, called back up with my business partner, called back up with some of the employees, but when it got down to the point where I had to crack in and get to work, I sat there and kind of stalled for almost 3 full hours. It wasn't until about 10 o'clock that I really got cracking what I had to do, getting a game plan or what I needed to do where I left off, because there's so many things going on, so much that 1 week happens in a business that changes, that I have to have a lot to do and a lot on my mind. And, so for 3 hours I stood there and I had no clue where to start. So finally by 10 o'clock I got started, but 3 hours wasted. Let me see. Sorry guys, I got to read notes too. It's late. It's 10:30. This came from another business meeting. So I had 3 hours wasted. But the good news is, it's nice to know. That's the good thing about owning a company and building it to work and run itself. That's if anybody knows anything about the cash flow quadrant, it talks about the employees versus business-minded people. That's where you want to get, is the power to leverage that your company is operating on its own, with or without you. So it's nice to see that my business partner stepped up to the plate and really handled a tough week without me. It came kind of to the point where it's like, well, does my company even really need me? But when you sit and think about it, you're like, nah, they need me. So it's nice to know that the business can run itself, and my partner can handle it if I'm not there. And I know he says he doesn't ever want to take a vacation, but well, I need to get him one. He needs one, and he deserves it. But it took me a solid 3 hours, so I actually regained focus on what I needed to do. And once I got back in the swing of things, I was rolling. I got a game plan together, reorganized, and looked at all my contracts that I had, all the employees that I had, stationed them where I needed to station them, and got everything going. So that was nice. Then we're going to take a lunch break, and we go out to lunch. And Chanel, she just found my official business hats, so she's excited. Let me get professional. Dress to impress, they say. And it doesn't match my outfit. But anyway, so we go out to lunch, and it's kind of cool to see what happens when you start talking about business in general. I haven't even really mentioned to anybody in this blog yet what my business is exactly. I've talked to a lot of friends and family about it, but I haven't mentioned it, just random followers, what my business is. But it's nice to see that all I'm talking about is success and desire for wealth and health. And it's cool to see that your friends and family on Facebook are actually following it and reading what you're doing, even though you have no idea. Because as soon as I ordered my lunch, which was a chicken and bacon with cheese sandwich with a side of fries, and a salad, my business partner was quick to point out that said, "Hey, aren't you on a 90-day health challenge?" So it's funny. People are watching when you start talking about wealth and health, and they're paying attention. Make sure you're not full of crap. So I slipped on the food. All right, I'm getting my workout in. Baby steps for me on the health side. I can't just go hardcore into the diet part. That's my biggest challenge. Um, but that, and then also one of our big sales guys for our company, I guess he's got a little issue with me saying not giving him props about helping us build the company to $1 million, because he is a big part of it. So props to Jason Lawson out there for helping us build, and Josh Terry, my business partner. If I didn't mention, I didn't do it alone. I'm kind of taking all the credit, but I didn't do it alone. We had a team. So anyway, after lunch, got back, did some more work, had an estimate to do. By the time I was finally done for the day, it was already 4:45. I had to get back home. I didn't get back home till 5:30, 5:45 almost. Had to pick up Chanel, the baby, and meet a friend of ours because we're going to a business meeting, to a business meeting about my 90-day challenge, actually. And that was at 7 o'clock, so I didn't have time to really stop and eat. I didn't have the time I wanted to come home and get my workout in yet. So we go down to the meeting. Great meeting, by the way. Always good to stay plugged in. And, I'm going to share with you guys what I'm doing exactly at some point, just not yet, until I get a game plan of how I want to do it. But anyway, so it is now 10:30, and I still have to work out. So a lot of time I feel was wasted today. 3 hours dawdling, an hour and a half in the drive, and you question, for what? That's 4.5 hours I could use to be producing, learning, doing something, and now it's, like I said, it's 10:30, and I still have an hour workout ahead of me. And do you think I'm going to do it? Yeah, I mean, I could quit and just come up with excuses and say, well, I'm doing my mental health, I'm learning the business, but no. For you all who are watching and following me, I am going to do my tap out workout at 10:30 at night after, I guess, what is that, a 15-hour day so far? Yeah, I'm going to do it. If you don't believe me, I'm going to film it and post it again and do all that so you can see and pay attention. But so here's the question that's posted: is my coming back from vacation for the first day after a week of being out and coming back to business, is that a legitimate excuse or something I could have? Is there something I could have done to prevent it? My answer is there's no excuses when you want something. I can plan better. I already know I run a business. Planning is key, and I should have been ready for it. So no excuses in this. If you want to become successful, if you want to become healthy or wealthy or both, you just got to get a goal in your head and a vision, a plan, and you got to stick to it. There is no excuses. Time's not an excuse, and all that. So that being said, I got to get to my workout now.